Start clapping your hands right now for Radu Bondar.
Wow, hello. How's it going? Okay. Love an eager bartender. My name is Radu. Thanks for being cool about it. You can feel people want to be weird when they hear a weird name, like, Radu, does that mean anything? I'm like, yes. My culture means Kevin.
Is it Romanian?
It is Romanian. How do you know? Are you?
My father's name is Radu.
Your father's name? Okay, so you're part thief yourself. Interesting. That means there's two of us in the room. Wallet's in the front pocket, everybody. Better safe than sorry. Your father's name's Radu. That's amazing. Don't yell the entire rest of the show. You people. No, you can interrupt any Romanian. That's the rule. It's a gypsy curse, as they say. I was born in Romania. I grew up in Texas. Yeah, so I'm not uncomfortable hanging out with racists. You gotta watch baseball with somebody. It's lonely. Oh, okay, you're right. I'm sorry. That joke is too offensive. I'm not saying all baseball fans are racist. But certainly all racists are baseball fans. They love pitching. I can't explain it. And it makes them say goofy shit. You ever encounter someone that's racist and loves a sport that encourages immigrants to steal? They say crazy stuff because of that. They're like, take it, Jose, come on. No one's looking. Go home, fuck up. Goddamn, they got him. He didn't want it bad enough. I'm getting used to California. I lived here for 2 years. I'm still figuring it out. I like it better than Texas. This is all I figured out about LA. The more Hispanic sounding the neighborhood, the whiter the group of people that lives there. Pasadena, pretty white. Santa Monica, getting whiter. Rancho Cucamonga. Aryan Nest. I can't explain it. I'll make the rules. That's where they're plotting Oklahoma City, too. Oh, a history crowd. Oh. Thought everyone in America was stupid. I do prefer, if anyone's like, I'm moving to Texas, that's how you know they're a secret rich person. Because it's better here. I like paying for abortions at the doctor, not Mexico. That's the option in Texas. I live here in West Hollywood, where they make the cancel culture fresh every morning. And everybody here is so performatively nice, aren't they? They're too nice. They'll check you on words that aren't even problematic yet. I called myself a naysayer a couple weeks ago. People were like, can you say that? I was like, naysayer? It's not a slur for horses, fellas. Naysayers coming in here, fucking my weird horse daughter. No. One time it was very tense because I called myself a nitpicker, and they're like, you cannot say that word. It's like, really? You can't say nitpicker? What am I supposed to say? Nitpicker? I disagree. I thought it was the content of your character, not the hardness of the R. It makes the situation racist. Am I right, fellas? The jazz band would know. I don't know. I don't know. I do like performing in this kind of atmosphere. I am kind of an old soul. Because I was breastfed by my grandmother. She wanted to. She wouldn't let my mother. She's like, get that poison away from the boy. From the vintage. You guys are a cool crowd, too. I'm like looking at it. Very cool. Not a lot of lame people here. I'm kind of intimidated by too many cool people, because you could tell I'm lame. I didn't have to even tell you. You sniffed me out right away. I'm always like late to cool, you know? Like I learned about slang like 8 years too late or something. I just learned about roadhead. I'd heard the words before. I thought it was like a guy who's like really good at maps and directions and stuff. Yeah, I'll tell you fastest way there, partner. Bit of a roadhead. something gross only Tesla people can do. Yeah, I drive a 6-speed manual, Mazda. I shift gears. I can't suck another guy's dick when I'm driving. How dare you?
No, I like it. I do prefer living in California over Texas. It's nice to get an abortion at a doctor and not on Craigslist or whatever. It is. You know they still don't have abortion in Texas? At all. I go back to Texas when I perform and I ask them, I'm like, do you guys even want abortion back? And they're like, yes. I'm like, great, it really sounds like it. They do want it though. Because I asked them, I was like, would you fight for it? They're like, of course. I'm like, well, you got to do something different than voting. That shit doesn't work. If you want abortion back in your fucked up state, you got to fight for it the same way conservatives got rid of it initially. You got to start spreading misinformation about abortion. I do my part every time the subject comes up. I'm like, you know, it makes the hole tighter when they suck it out. Medically, they suck it out of the vacuum. It's tighter for 3 months. You're voting against that? All right, limited government, I get it. Not me, brother. I don't give a fuck about the GOP. Where's the GRIP? Where's the grip at? Is that the donkey or the elephant? Which one is that? Just work a little positive misinformation in. Someone's like, oh, my sister had to get an abortion. I'm like, you know when women get abortions? They get hornier for bald guys. Because they miss the baby. Think about it. Okay, you're voting against that. I get it. I understand. Dan Crenshaw, whatever. Not me, brother. I love abortions. I've never even gotten one. That's how much I love them. One of my friends tried to name his kid something, and the government rejected him. And that's now my new biggest fear. I was like, I thought that's your kid. You could name it whatever you want. He wanted to name his kid Little Fucker. And they were like, I don't care how Hispanic you are. You got to pick a real name. And so what we found out together, the only loophole, if you want to name your kid like a celebrity-style name, you know, like Elon's kid or whatever, it's got to be a common noun, something in the dictionary. So I would name my kid Pedophile. To protect him, think about it. Nobody's gonna molest a kid named Pedophile. Can you imagine some handsy T-ball coach? He's like, what's your name, Pedophile? Yeah, this is a setup. Nice try, Dayline. Where's the cameras at? I'm not my brother. You're not gonna get me this easy. What's your sister's name? Pedophilia? Get out of here. I'm sorry if you wanted a nice family-friendly joke up top. That's usually what the host is supposed to do, but all my jokes are fucked up. I wish I had something nice about bananas or mustaches. Something Jimmy Fallon could fake laugh at. But I'll never be on The Tonight Show because all my jokes are horrific and terrifying. I don't know why. I think it's because I ate my twin. So funny for you. Well, it ruined my mother's life. She's fucked up because of it. Because I was 8 years old. I was huge. It's big. I do like living out here. The fires were scary. Anyone have to evacuate or anything? Oh, okay, awesome. My life was weird because I was right by the Sunset Fire. You know what I mean? So like nothing happened, but we still had to make the choice whether to evacuate or not. Like it was kind of like the beginning of Schindler's List. We were just like looking through our house, be like, is anything even valuable? Do we own anything that people would want? My wife was like, take your passport. I was like, take the Xanax. What do I need my fucking passport for? And I go outside when I see the fire, I ask my landlord. He's like this old white guy that's been living in the building for like 40 years. And he's like, there's not gonna be any fire. It's not come down here for 40 years. We're probably gonna be fine. And as he's telling me this, 6 different Hispanic families are packing up their entire cars and leaving within a matter of like 2 minutes. And I was like, I'm not better than them. Are you kidding me? Mexican families leave for 2 things, fire and ice. That's it, all right? And I'm Romanian. I don't need that shit in my life. I like learning things and I like being dumb. That's my favorite thing. It seems contradictory, I know. But you can learn the wrong things and you can not know the right stuff. I know. Like for example, my friends right now are trying to get me upset about Chinese atrocities. And I'm upsetting them more by not knowing any of this shit. They're like, Radu, it's crazy what's happening to the Uyghurs. There's a genocide. They're trying to kill all the Uyghurs.
I was like, what? They want to kill like Eminem and Fred Durst and shit? You're saying Limp Bizkit's not safe in Wuhan? What do you mean? Also, you know it's not pronounced Uyghur, right? Oh, I'm stupid now? Okay, whatever, fuck you. I know Matt Rife personally, that's not a Uyghur. These jokes are terrible. So that's something I didn't know that upset people. But then you can have knowledge, just knowing things can upset certain people. Like I know about pause. You guys know, black people know about pause. It's black no homo for the rest of you. I just learned about it. Here's what it is. It's like when you say something that can be misconstrued as gay, and you don't want to be seen as gay, so you say pause, right? Like I might say, I'm trying to have some gay sex with a man. Pause. And then it's safe, see? Right? Yeah. I told you I'm bad at slang. I can't figure it out. I'll get it one day. Here's what I don't like about racists. They're inaccurate. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if you're like, I did the math, this is racism. No, they're always just making shit up. And they need help. Not my help specifically, but I'm gonna give it to them. We gotta stop talking about how black people are good at sports. That's not interesting. It's that Indian people are bad at sports. You can prove it with math. There's a billion of them. There are a billion Indians. We don't know a single Indian athlete. And you know what they play in India? Difficult baseball. Baseball with no gloves. Not a single one of them in the MLB. That's crazy. Racists never bring that up. I do. I'm like, how come there's not more Chinese superstars? Then people go, there's Yao, we're in Houston, there's Yao Ming. I'm like, there are 1.4 billion Chinese people. There should be 1,000 Yao Mings. All right, you guys hate math, I get it. We'll bring it back to dick jokes, I know what you like. Daddy, that's a word I've learned, because I'm married. It's a weird word to say when you're fucking, right? Or let me rephrase. My wife thinks it's weird that I call her daddy. She pays all my bills and hates my art. Yeah, it's a father figure, if you think about it. I can see in your eyes, some of y'all don't respect your pappies at all. My wife's the best, too. She is the best, but I found 2 things to talk shit about her in my acts. She has ADD, which, like, that's fine, the medicine is cool. But she initiates a lot of our sex, which I know I sound ungrateful when I'm like, I'm complaining about that. She just does it in that weird ADD way where she like chews on her words a little bit, you know? She'll be like, who's that big, old dick? I'm like, old? We're from Houston, we're from the South. You can say big old. You say that big old dick, boy, how I'm trying that shit up? That's how women get when they're horny. But don't hit the hard D in old. Like we're talking about the bridges and roads in Louisiana now. I'm fucking looking at it, I'm like, God damn, it is old. And it's aged poorly, not like a steak, dude. It looks like Obama in the second term. Fighting with Congress.
Most comedians have a second joke prepared. I do not. Procrastinator, that's what millennials do a lot. Any procrastinators here? Yeah. No, the real ones haven't made any noise yet. The experts are waiting for the terms of service. I relate. I'm too good at it. Procrastination. I don't do much anymore. They ever have this? You ever get so good at procrastinating, like you procrastinate something for so long? Whatever it is you had to do doesn't have to be done anymore. And you start bragging too, you're like, I knew I was a genius. That's why I never waste the money on abortions. Maybe God's way? Maybe. Oh, not a God-fearing crowd? It's good to be speaking English. I know, it sounds weird. I was in Romania for 7 or 8 weeks, which is where I'm from. I wasn't just like looking for a new sex trafficking business. If I come back and I tell people, I'm like, I haven't spoken English in a while. And they're like, oh, you were in Romania? Well, what did they speak in Romania? I'm like, Mandarin Chinese. And they're like, they already got you? Now I have questions for you. I was there because I was visiting my grandpa. He's near the end. He's got dementia. He's fully demented. Which is good. It's kind of good. He's chill now. I liked him before, but he was ornery and, you know, he's 87. His political opinions were horrifying. Scary. Now he's chill. He doesn't talk about crazy stuff, actually. Before, like even a few years ago when he was still like just slipping into dementia, everything he said was so backwards and horrifying, it sounded a little progressive at first, actually. He'd be like, boy, I hear in your country they're teaching critical race theory in the schools. I was like, oh no, I don't want to talk about this. And then he's like, I love this. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yes, I've always been critical of other races. Now they're proving my methods with math and science. I'm like, no, we gotta unplug you. And he's like, what do they say of the Hungarians? Are we correct? I'm like, no, stop talking. You don't have to be politically active, I don't think. You just have to be politically aware. I'm active, but you do whatever you want. You just gotta be literate. Because the world is changing a little fast. You don't want to get left behind, you know, like our parents. And it's changing quick. I think gay people are going to be conservative soon. They are. They've done well. You been to a gay neighborhood? They're nice. You can't afford to live there. No such thing as a gay ghetto. Not since Hitler. It's not a thing. Could you even picture in your mind a rough gay part of town? It's just whatever your dad's afraid of in his imagination in the 70s. It's like, oh damn, lock your doors, you're sucking and fucking everywhere. I took a wrong turn on ML Gay. Some of you are realizing from the procrastination joke, I do have a lot of jokes prepared. But that's only if you're smart. If you're dumb, these are just a bunch of offensive lies. Which is tough. I can't work two crowds at the same time. Some people can. Not me.